Good day and welcome back, lords and ladies, to Warhammer 40K Battlesectors. Now, in the last episode, we cleared the landing platform. There was a lot of Tyranids and we rescued the remaining squad of Sisters of Battle. You can recruit them. I don't think very much of them, to be honest. They have... I just don't think they're very good. They're basically like knockoff versions of our intercessor Primaris Space Marines. They're not particularly good for anything besides just sort of absorbing spare points that you have might floating around, and if you've got enough points to afford one of those guys, you could probably upgrade your other units with more powerful weapons. So these guys are like veteran at this stage. Well, I did come very close to losing them, which would have hurt a lot. But let's go to our upgrade screen. We have 12 points to spend. So what do we want to do? With 12 points, can't unlock that. We could upgrade the Baal Predator. Upgrade that a bit more. Because 12 points is a lot, but we have to be careful about how we spend it. Heavy Flamer, very useful for getting rid of sort of mobs. Very nice. Very limited range though. Predominantly what I really want to do is I want to get down this tree. I mean, I'd love to get the Inferno Pistol for Carleon, but it means just going down all this, which I'm not going to use. So it's a bit pointless. Carleon's abilities are nice. Thunderham would be fantastic. Also getting that would be good to upgrade our intercessors with. Or literally grabbing anything down here to help boost up our Sanguinary Guard even further would be fantastic. I do want to get down here though, because this would make Carleon a lot more dangerous. This is very nice for like extra damage. And Carleon's damage, like he's a melee expert and his weapons are starting to become a bit of an issue. So let's get Sanguinary
Victory
Sword.
for the Bloodblades. Victory for Skyfall.
With 3 points left over. Extra plasma range would be nice. HP per model for Millennium aggressors, not too bad. The Space Marine Terminators, I'm not that taken with them, to be honest. Because they're all pretty much melee. There's none of the range Terminators, so they're pretty much just a melee straight up, which is not what we really want. Melee armor plating, Cornax and aggressors. With 3 points, more health for all mechanical units. That would be 20 more health for all mechanical units would be pretty nice actually. For the Dreadnought, for 3 points, you could get ability for him, or for Librarian units. Across here, what could we get? Assault Marines. Extra range, accuracy, that could be pretty nice. Extra range, accuracy for our plasma units would also open up the way to having better plasma units in general. Be pretty good. But into aggressors. Okay. First line. Mark X Grav armor units. Grolls armor near impenetrable. Okay, so can you tell what armor these guys are using? So if we get this ability, because the thing is I'm interested. Because this suggests it's basically Blood Angel aggressors, armored units. Range arm would be actually pretty nice, but we already have that. What am I talking about? So down here would be extra melee damage, which I'm not really interested in. Extra HP for them, plasma stability. Extra health would be useful. Let's grab the extra health.
Yet the meter Xenos my axe couldn't bisect.
He's gone down there and done that. Now, do we have to... Yeah, see, that's 65, which is annoying because I'd really like them to have that. But 65 is not something that I can easily get rid of. Even if I drop a unit of, like, one of my actual main units, it's not worth it just to get us get our hero with a better melee weapon. We'll have to wait until we get to a slightly bigger encounter for him to be able to pull it off. But he does have his Sanguinary Sword ability. Basically what you want to do with that, pretty much from the looks of it, is buff, say, the Sanguinary Guard, and then just go to town. Jump in with them and just do a ton of damage, plus 50% damage with power-wielding weapons. Yeah, that is pretty nasty. Or you could boost, say, like a plasma unit, or a unit that has to do range damage. Pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. That's done. Let's go for the mission. Sister Verity.
Not the entrance I had expected to make. But the Emperor protects, and dozens of Xenos surround me, eager to be purged by his wrath. The 2 pilots of our transport are dead, along with half a dozen of our sisters. The Emperor knows their names now. If nothing else, this should be a test of that infamous Blood Angel's celerity. Perhaps some of these alien scum will still be alive by the time the Astartes reach us. Unlikely, but the Emperor's blessing has put me in a charitable mood.
Gotta love those zealots. Right, the Red Council has welcomed Canoness Matilda as a provisional advisor. Who knows council commanders Dante and his chapter command. She maintains a sparse honor guard of Celestians while staying within the Arcs Angelicium. As most of the Baal mission undertook logistical recovery and missionary work on Baal Secundus, Sister Superior Verity has been attached to the Blood Angels 8th Company to aid in eliminating any remaining Tyranids threat on the moon. Sister Superior Verity is a highly experienced officer and soldier whose calm demeanor belies a ferocious inner zeal that only truly blooms on the battlefield. We get 8 reward from this, and we get a land speeder tornado. Very nice.
Lieutenant, I was led to believe you Blood Angels preferred to work quickly.
The Emperor watches over you, Superior Verity Alodia. I did not relish the thought of reporting your death to the Red Council so soon after your deployment.
This isn't the first time my transport has been shot out from beneath me, Lieutenant.
Okay. So I suspect we have to fight our way through and get to her. We can't look at the world map. Judging by how narrow it is, we're probably going to be... See, because we can't look at the world map. So probably it's going to be... The enemy is going to be pouring in. Yeah, they're going to be pouring in off edges from around us. I doubt they'll be coming in from behind us, though. Okay. So let's get... Yeah. Standard formation. Heavy boys up front. Tank is going to take that something like that. Okie dokie. Something like this to push up with.
Secure the crash site. The logistician will want to recover this wreckage.
Okay, relief 3 out of 3 units alive, defend the storm crash site, and they've got a big guy coming straight down the middle. Fantastic.
Anti-grav ready.
That thing is no joke. Okay.
Predator crew ready.
First of all, I want to actually see what she looks like, the Canoness.
The road of righteousness is soaked in the blood of the unworthy.
Let's get her to turn around.
My faith is strong.
So she's got a Gordian pattern bolt that she's using one-handed. Very cool. Range damage. Okay. So she's basically similar to Carleon in that way. That wall ain't gonna last. So we need to basically get in as quickly as possible. So what are you guys armed with? Death spitters, okay. Not the nicest thing in the world, but we can deal with them. Okay. Start the cleanup process. Ooh, there's a lot of them, isn't there? Okay.
On the move. Firing on the enemy.
Okay, fall back.
Landspeeder crew awaiting orders.
I didn't realise there were so many of these guys hiding here. Okay, peppered them.
The Defensor Angelicum stands with you.
Yeah, we're gonna have to push because these guys are everywhere. Okay. Cover that.
Kill zone set.
Cover there.
Confirmed.
That thing is nasty.
Heavy fire support. Forward. Roger that. Thin their numbers. They will not overwhelm us.
Okay, so they've got troops up there.
Sanguinius, watch over us.
Okay, those guys just need to straight out die at this point.
Like the fires of angel wings.
If we pop your jetpacks and land you there, you're going to be just out of pistol range. So we're going to have to go.
On Baal 4 I was born, and should the Emperor will it, on Baal 4 I will die.
Right, yo. Time
Like
to go.
The fires of angel wings.
We need to kill off these leader beasts.
Unleash devastation, brothers.
Okay. Let's go.
On my honor.
In mind, body, and spirit.
Right, yo. That's them taken care of. With the leader beasts dealt with, these guys, this flank here won't be as dangerous. But even so, we still need to rapidly redeploy units.
We are the sons of Sanguinius. For the Imperium!
I am ready to help.
What's up? Man, they're here as well.
With precision, brothers. Fire support.
You still got a charge in you? Yeah, you still got a charge in you.
Fire support ready.
Shoot him. So they didn't need it.
We are just and righteous before the eyes of the Emperor.
Get that up.
Trust in your armor to turn their blades.
Get that up.
Forever watching. Thin their numbers. They will not overwhelm us.
Okay, with the battles. This is not a good situation.
In righteous battle, liberation. In death, vindication.
And then fall back to the landing zone.
By his will.
I will not fail.
Okay. My suspicion is that probably that thing's going to come through that wall.
Purge the unclean!
Killed everyone but them. Okay. These guys are in a bad position.
Target engaged.
So we need to hold this line. Okay. That's just horrifying, that thing. Don't have a lot else that I can do. Yeah.
I defy their existence. Watch out for this one. Its ire is inflamed, and just as likely to impale than trample you.
Okay, so they smashed through the wall.
Waits for us.
I know you're down there. I can see you moving up. Okay. They're gonna get in melee range? Yeah, they're gonna get in melee range.
Push them back.
And they've got more troops coming up the rear as well. Okay, fantastic.
We are taking fire.
That's not good. Okay. So they're moving down towards the sergeant, which is with lieutenant, which is fine because we can deal with them without too much issue.
Contempt is my armor.
Man, I forgot how nasty these guys were. Okay.
We're taking fire! Ah!
Let them hide in the shadows.
Man, like, I can't hold the landing platform to defend the crash site. Like, how are you supposed to defend the crash site? Yeah, no. I mean, like, how are you supposed to hold that crash site? Sometimes I think they give you an objective, but it's just like ridiculous.
We've been intercepted.
It's like, yeah, I'm not going to hold this. I'm going to fall back. It's like, if I try and defend the crash zone, like, it's pointless. Then it's going to lose all the units that I've got there.
Who tests my conviction?
No, like, we're pulling back. Like, this is... To try and hold this area is ridiculous.
We are the Sisters of Battle. Understood.
Frag bombardment commencing. My duty remains.
Come on.
My vigilance is eternal.
Need a scout?
Fine, we'll send the Dreadnought up.
The Defensor Angelicum stands with you.
On my way.
Okay, so down here...
We fight and we die for the Imperium. Throwing grenade!
Okay. This is really not a
Target acquired.
really good range for them to be in. Because they're going to miss all their shots, because of course they do. Goodness gracious me. Okay.
The blood is strong. Do not falter.
I thought we had improved...
Your orders.
Right, fine.
Past their haze, brothers.
Oh, so these guys are going to get slaughtered then, because like apparently none of my guys can shoot 5 foot.
Aye.
I am ready to help.
Okay.
There is little left in this universe that I have not witnessed. Sanguinary Guard at your disposal.
Seriously?
Your will be done. Unleash devastation, brothers!
Okay, so we wipe those guys out. And you can fall back down
With
here.
haste.
Move up to support this flank and put an overwatch on. Oi.
They shall not pass! Yet the meter Xenos my axe couldn't bisect. We'll have you back up in no time.
Do we actually have anybody that can do stuff? No, okay.
I'll keep an eye out.
About that crash site.
Relieve the sisters. The Xenos have cost us enough already.
I mean, okay, this is the thing that really annoys me about this game. It's like, oh yeah,
Heretics surround us.
it's like, oh yeah, you have to hold the crash site. It's like, how? Just how?
We're taking fire!
I sense a future adversary.
Picked up movement on the Auspex.
Well, at least we knew that was going to trigger. Okay. I mean, this is the thing that I find really frustrating about this game, is that, like, I don't understand why it's like, oh yeah, they would hold that objective. It's like, no, they wouldn't hold that objective. Because it's not worth it for the Sisters of Battle. This is the thing I find really frustrating, is that so many times people like look at the 40k universe and go like, oh, it makes no tactical sense. It's like, was there something valuable in the pod besides the pilots? No. So they wouldn't care.
We're taking fire!
I don't know, it just feels like really like farcical. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna hold this drop site with literally 10 Sisters of Battle and
I
myself.
saw something.
And it's like, no, because that's pointless. There's nothing. I mean, the Imperials are like the Sisters of Battle are zealots, but at the same time they're not idiots. So it's one of those really strange things where the game's like, oh yeah, you got to hold this site, like where you're going to be completely overrun. There's no way that like your reinforcements will get to you, but you've got to hold this site for no tactical reason whatsoever. Because just look at all the units that are there. Like, look at all the units that would have literally overrun the crash site. We'd have lost the crash site anyway, and lost all the units. So I don't know what the game expects you to do, because this is really quite a. It's a really sort of like farcical decision. It's basically not even a decision. It's basically a fake choice. Where the game goes, well, you can do this and hold this location or get this resources. Like, no, you can't. Because it knows full well that the units that you have in the field can't actually do anything to this guy. So it's just flat out lying to you. And we missed, because of course we missed.
Got it.
You're going to fled over here because you're pretty much as useless as possible right now. I don't know. One of the things I will say I dislike about this game is the fact is that they sort of go like, oh yeah, you have all these cool objectives. Like, no, like what you're doing is you're deliberately trying to get me to get my units killed, because there was no way that two units and a hero unit were going to hold that crash site. So unless we sort of rushed everyone up and lost tons of units for something that we really didn't have any choice over, I don't see the point. And they're probably going to go like, oh yeah, but if you had this unit, if you had that unit, it's like, it doesn't matter what unit you gave me. You were deliberately trying to basically... trying to get my units killed because you're trying to tempt me to hold a location I cannot hold in the slightest. And that is something I really do not like. Because it is purely just a honeypot trap that the developers have put in place to try and get rid of your units. Because there is no way that you were holding that you would know that you were holding that location. Maybe if you had a really heavy jetpack based assault force, you might have been able to relieve it within a couple of turns. But it's still, there was no way you were going to hold that location with what you had. And anything else was pretty much just trying to mess with you.
I must resist.
Does my tech priest still have to heal up? Yeah.
Only in death will my duty be completed.
Yep.
I await your orders.
We'll have you back up in no time.
The Xenos spines are foreknowns.
No, I wanted you to... for Peter's sake.
We are the walls. We are the guns.
Please try and kill at least some of these guys, because they're absolutely causing me no end of problems.
Squad ready.
Right.
Always ready. Always vigilant.
If you try and get up into melee with them, the Baal...
We are indomitable.
But yeah, like, this is just... it's one of the few things I really dislike about this game, is the whole sort of illusion of choice. Well, not illusion of choice, that's wrong, but it's the illusion of the ability to do something. I don't know, I'm not describing it very well, but I hate it's basically a false choice, which is that it's like, if you try and hold this location, you're going to either lose Sisters of Battle units, or you're going to lose the location, or both, because that's basically how the game is portraying it. And it's really frustrating when you see that. It really is.
Sanguinius, watch over us.
Because it basically tells you that no matter what you do, you're going to basically run the risk of losing units that you cannot afford to lose. And it's just, I hate it. I know I sound soty, I probably am, but it's just one of those things that I hate about games that say, oh, like, yeah, we're doing a tactical decision. It's like, no, you're not, and you're just saying, oh, they're zealots.
Your will be done.
I don't know, it's like, if you're going to hold the objective, then at least do it where it's feasible to do it believably. I should have popped that extra damage on him. Curses, okay. Because I doubt I'll be able to actually kill him with the boat gun. No. Actually managed to do it, which was more than I thought we were going to do, which is fine.
Victory for the Bloodblades! Victory for Skyfall!
So he's up. He's got one action point left. So let's pop that. And what do we need to die, to be honest? There's a lot of cannon fodder coming. But I doubt I can get... I can actually get all of them. We had managed to significantly weaken the swarm. which in itself is better than what I was hoping for.
Defenders of Baal.
Let's kill off some of the leader beasts.
We are the sons of Sanguinius.
And with that done, he can
Moving
pull back
into
there.
For the Emperor.
I don't know. It's just one of those things that I really dislike about tactical
We are
games.
the
It's
sons of
when
Sanguinius.
they give you sort of like a mission, and it's, oh, you have this, I don't know. I just dislike it. It's one of those like false choices where it's very obvious that if you hold this location, you're going to lose so much more than you'd get as a reward for doing it, and they're doing it deliberately to try and make you waste units. That's all it is. It's just.
We are just and righteous
It is
before
just.
the eyes of the Emperor.
Yes. It is just a bait. It's basically a bait to try and draw you out
Overwatch
and
set.
make you waste units. Okay, so the warriors are going there. They're pushing up through the middle again.
Receiving fire.
They challenge us from afar.
Yeah, we need to neutralize those guys.
I have faced better.
But it's, I know, I go on a grumble about it, but it's just something that I dislike to.
Lurks in the shadows.
It's just something that I hate to see in game design, because it penalizes the player for bad game design, or if it's not bad game design, it's malicious game design from the developers. Yeah, we need to pull back, because there's far too many units here for us to be able to effectively contain.
Impedance acknowledged.
Okay. So that big guy's going to turn up with his acid. I can't remember if you can shoot through terrain with it.
We are taking fire.
There we go. But yeah, like we wouldn't have been able to hold the landing zone against this many forces. It's stupid, and to even try to fight it, it's just foolish. Okay. So you're poisoned, so you need to get healed
the
up.
blood is strong. Do not falter.
We are the walls. We are the guns.
How far off are you with that ability to basically do that? No, I'm going to move you straight up and for you to basically flay these things.
Open fire.
So yeah, slay them.
In righteous battle, liberation. In death, vindication.
Too close, fine. Both
Target
them.
engaged.
So good as useless. Great. Okay. Not like I actually needed you to do something useful or anything like that, but hey ho. Get over here, please, and help us deal with these guys. Because we need to fall back.
Tech Marine standing by.
Because there is far too much stuff going on. Okay.
The Emperor's light burns bright.
Right. Purge that one.
Your command?
Move up through here, please. There we go. It won't really hurt these guys, and I need to pull them back.
Xenos my axe couldn't bisect.
The road of righteousness is soaked in the blood of the unworthy.
Grace through discipline.
Right. Weaken them a bit. You can't hit any of those guys, and that won't really be effective against them, but you can hit them. Too much cover, eh? Okay, that's fine.
Anti-grav ready. Firing on the enemy.
Sanguinius, watch over us.
Pop your ability, please. Move up here. Nah, ability didn't trigger, but we wiped out the leadership beasts. Okay, you guys need to redeploy. Boost that, and shoot them.
Fully overcharged.
Cancel.
Firing.
That's pretty much wiped them out, which I'm happy with. See if we can get anything on them. 1 damage. I want to get the warriors off the field. Right, with the warriors dead, they don't have as many... Is it a leadership beast, this one? They don't seem to have any more leadership beasts nearby, which means that their intelligence should be hampered. Carleon, you're going to hold. We're going to try and bait a lot of their melee things to come down here, and then we'll deal with them when we have the time, because his thing is increasing.
We fight and we die for the Imperium.
Move him up. They've got mostly cover, these guys don't, so we're going to take some shots at them. Put some dents into their armor. You guys been chewed. Who do we have left that's got movement? Him.
My vigilance is eternal. They cannot stop me.
Come out here and take a shot at them. Maybe we can weaken them enough that you'll get some extra damage off.
On Baal 4 I was born, and should the Emperor will it, on Baal 4 I will die.
The thing is, that big thing scares me, I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to have you guys pull back. And the angels are in position to basically jump in if we have to. And we have the land speeders within enough effective range that they can pull in to basically do some good. But I think it's a good place to end it. Yeah, like, I was not going to try and hold that location because that was just stupid. Especially since they would just allow them to, like, I don't understand, like, if you're going to do a hold the location scenario, why allow them to, like, smash through walls? I don't know, it just seemed stupid. I would have personally put the crash speed, the crashed craft, I can't remember, it's like Storm Raven, I would have put it here in this square, so it would have been an equal rush for both sides. I mean, the Tyranids have a bit slight, like, the Tyranids have a higher mobility anyway, but at least it would have been that they wouldn't have been able to overwhelm the site in 2 turns, because that's what's basically happened. I wouldn't have even got there within 2 turns. I would have probably got there within 3 turns without being able to do anything else. But that's just me. I've been Cornish-knight. This has been Warhammer 40K Battlesector, and I shall see you all again next time. Goodbye.